there's just one soldier, and this creature. Well, this Walking Dead is actually in a Coast Guard outfit. This was one of the
The
one of the
irony.
yeah the one of the shamblers that was literally thrown over, catapulted over the entire ship, and it happened to just land here in the boats. and
Oh my! What's
so
the
basically,
chance of that?
what are the chances of this? So this thing is basically eating the paramilitary guy. He's dead on the ground, and
I turn to Cletus.
I'm gonna raise my pistol.
Cletus, yeah, take him out. I don't want to waste a burst on these guys.
Start
Okay.
whacking him.
all right. So you're okay. Yeah, that's a good thing. So yeah, you can find that there's a fire extinguisher, on board of the vessel, and you can take it out and smash it just as it turns around. Smells the fresh meat coming inside, and basically you take it out. You take it out.
And we'll
Just,
go ahead
you know.
and smash the one that he's eating on the floor too.
Cletus,
Okay.
you know how to drive this damn boat? I have no knowledge at all of any kind of boat driving.
So on the
Yeah.
on the paramilitary guy, he really is not. He's more of like a driver of the ship, So he really doesn't have any kind of weapons at all.
All right.
Now, well, he does have a 9mm, but no extra clips, and he does have a full clip. But there's nothing really else, nothing else that's on the ship. But you do notice that as you guys are starting to fumble with getting the boat started up,
I'm gonna drag these bodies out first, Dave, so we got room in here.
that's a great idea. So why don't you give me a notice check? Everybody, give me a notice check really quick, as I would imagine Puck would get this thing fired up. So Deshaun, yeah, you can definitely tell. Betty, you
Yeah,
can
plus
definitely. And yeah, Cletus too,
Whoa,
and Puck.
Cletus finally
Wow,
seen something.
everybody got smashes on that. So basically, everybody, you all can all smell gas. As Puck gets the Puck. I would assume you would probably get the boat fired up because of your,
I was more concerned about electronics, not about the engine.
Yeah, you're looking at the electronics and everything looks in great working condition, except for when you find a couple of bullet holes. Everything looks great until you find bullet holes in some of the equipment, and that's when all of you can smell gas.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and you get the boat started, but you do smell gas. There's a bullet hole that's riddled out towards the rear of the boat, and you can see that there is
Look
basically
on the
gas spilling into the ocean from one of the
we need to
lines.
look on the back of this boat and see if there's a Kodiak, an inflatable Kodiak in the back of it.
No,
Typically on this type of boat, they have an inflatable.
some
boat
sort of
called Kodiak.
What the hell's
inflatable
an
raft. Okay.
Yeah, the boat's not letting on water. It's the gas
Letting out
is
gas.
yeah, it's letting out gas.
We
Yeah.
need some way to patch this hole up. We need. You got some bubble gum or something on you, Cletus? I ain't got nothing, man.
Yeah, and there's quite a bit of as you see the gas kind of flying out the gas line, on the side, because the engines are in the back area. You can see that the gas is there's actually a huge, like this glossy oil spill type, but it's gas. It has that silvery look on top of the water, and there's a massive just a massive puddle of this on the.
I can see the hole though that it's pouring out of. Is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. You can
I'm
see
gonna tear
where
off
it's.
some more of my Kango shirt. I'm basically shirtless.
You are shirtless now. The Kango
I'm
is.
just pull it off. I'm just pulling it off.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tear off a bit and wad it up and try and push it into this hole and
All right.
stem the flow. So we
Yeah,
can
you can
get
you can
somewhere.
get it you can get it, but it's still coming out because it's still not at a rate to what it was, which is a good thing.
Hurry up and start this boat up,
but
guys.
you
we
do
we
get
gotta
it.
use every bit of gas we got in here to make it somewhere.
So as you guys are you get the boat fired up. Most of the electronical equipment comes on. You can see that you're quite, and there's, it's modern day stuff, so you can see the map of where you're at. I mean, you're out literally you're out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Right.
I mean, you never even made it close to getting close to the Bahamas.
Right.
So yeah, you're out in the middle of the ocean. So
I come back into the cabin, sweat glistening on my ebony, muscular frame. I look at Puck and Cletus. Well, where are we at? Do we know how to get somewhere? You guys are silent for some reason. Or is it bad news? Tell me, I can take it.
We're in the middle of the ocean.
What time of day is it, dude?
it's midday. And
Okay.
as you can see that the ships, the Pinnacle, man, it's like halfway down now.
Can I
And-
tell which way the sun came up and which way it's going?
Sure. I mean, yeah, of course, the
God.
sun always rises to the east and
In the
sets in the
east.
west. So, yeah, you can tell. But
Okay.
there's GPS. You're able to establish a GPS connection on the
GPS
ship.
stuff here, Cletus. Look at
You
that.
know, to where you can point it, back towards Cape Canaveral, the United States.
Let's do it.
The gas meter on the boat says probably, I'd say a little bit over halfway. So
Let's
there's
slow it then.
there's a couple cans of gas in the back, large canisters of gas. I'm talking like 40-gallon drums back there where
So
they
with the GPS,
they can hand crank more fuel into the main compartments for the fuel.
with the GPS, can we cipher how close to Florida we are?
You think with the amount of fuel, it's going to be close because you've actually lost quite
Right.
a bit of fuel. There is a massive spill around the ship, and as you take off, it's still leaking the hose, but not like it was. But I mean, it still is because it's the fabric is just not stopping it. It's still coming out, but
Is the radio still working on this one?
the radio, no, it is not working. GPS is working.
Start the boat. Let's
The
go,
GPS
let's go.
is working. Not one of
Boy,
them
if I don't know how to
has
drive a boat. These
ever
white men gonna drive me
ever
crazy with their
changed.
procrastinate.
Has ever even checked
Shut up,
their
Didi.
cell phones.
Start
Hit
the
the
boat up,
throttle,
Puck. Let's
and we're
go.
gonna take
Cletus, you know
off.
how to drive one of these things?
Yeah, I think I can
Didi,
manage.
if you fucking say start harassing me again, I'm gonna put you with your mouth around that hole in the gas line, and you
I
suck it
step
all up.
as close to his personal space as possible, Dave, and just flex my entire upper torso, and it is just ripped, sweat beading
They
on
do that
my biceps and
while,
stuff.
And I say it with a.
You do not want to mess with me right now, Puck.
No, we don't know
Dave.
if there's any
It's
other
like the
zombies still on this ship. Stop making all the noise.
I know we got to go though, Betty. You know this too.
You don't hear any more you don't hear any more moans. You get the two corpses thrown over.
Just because we don't hear something doesn't mean it's not
No,
there.
there's quite a few compartments on this boat also. But you hear no more moans.
So, Dave, I'd like to use that driving check and see if I can drive this boat.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you're able to maneuver it. You're up on the bridge.
So while they're arguing, I'm just going to hit the throttle and take off. Fire it,
Okay,
hit the throttle,
everybody
and take
kind
off.
of jerks around a little bit. Whoa! All right, so
We
you,
seem to be suffering from
you know, and
some
you-
turbulence.
and you're watching the GPS, and you get the boat pointed in the direction of Cape Canaveral.
Mhm.
All right. You get the ship pointed right back towards Cape Canaveral. You got the fuel line taken care of, but you're not too sure if you're going to have enough fuel to get back. It's going to be close, especially you got about 80 other gallons that's in two 40-gallon barrels back there.
I'm going to holler at Puck and Betty and Dee Dee, and I'm going to tell them, sweep underneath the deck and see if what supplies are under there that we can use.
Hi, Captain. I look at Puck, kind of. I have my gaze is like narrowed.
Little
let's
buddy?
do this, Puck. Yeah, let's do this, little buddy.
It's like a white
Daddy,
people show.
You stay here with a cap. All right, come on, Puck. Let's sweep this boat.
All right.
You do it on your own.
So
Oh my God.
Puck and Dee Dee.
Fucking black guy.
Oh,
Oh my God!
all right, Puck.
Easy.
We might be the only people left in this world. You seen all them zombies?
Puck and Dee Dee, you guys search around the ship. You don't find any more ammunition. Just what was on the one guy that was still on the ship. Obviously, he was the one that was talking to Colonel Brackenridge. But you do find quite a bit of food and supplies on, enough food and water for everybody to eat heartily and drink heartily for 10 days. I mean, there's like 30 rations, 30 IRATs for breakfast, lunch, dinners.
Awesome.
I mean, there's a ton. And I mean, it could, so there's tons of water too. And there's all kinds of there's power, refrigerated. I mean, there's all kinds of supplies.
I'm down here alone with Puck. I look at him seriously. Puck, we got to put this bullshit behind us, man. We seriously might be the only people left on this
Shut
world.
the fuck up, I said to you.
Oh my God!
Look, you keep pushing me, Puck. I'm gonna have to fuck you up for real now, and I don't want to. We need.
I'm going upstairs. You stay down here and stay put.
That's it. I'm not. Who the fuck you think you are giving me orders? You stay down here, and I'm going upstairs. How about that? And I walk upstairs.
And at the moment he's going to walk upstairs, I cock my weapon.
Can I get a notice roll on that?
Hey, tell me how you rack that weapon with one hand. Explain that to me.
I don't know.
He-
I didn't notice it.
He
I do that.
It's a 9mm. You just pull the
He did it with
fucking
his mouth.
trigger, man.
He did it with his mouth.
No, you don't. You have to rack the slide to put a round in the chamber.
Yeah, well, he tucked it under his hand, and
Yeah, with
No,
his
I
mouth.
do it like
he
this.
tucked it under his nub, Cletus, and then he's pulling it with his little nub that he has. Or he can do it with his teeth. I don't care. He can do whatever he wants.
You can have a surprise round on me. I didn't notice that.
Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. I mean, oh my gosh, the insanity. I think we're gonna have to start doing some insanity checks on here. Savage Worlds has some insanity.
Insanity check. What is that's a spirit check or something, right?
Oh my gosh. All right, so Puck, Dee Dee, yeah, you can see that he's trying to get this gun cocked with one hand, and it's. What are you gonna do, Dee Dee? You gonna attack him or?
Oh, I did notice him do it. Okay.
Yeah, well, of
I
course
would've
he's
noticed
got one arm. I mean, yeah, he's trying to
because
get
I
this
had
thing.
stormed off upstairs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You don't
Yeah.
want to do this, Puck. You really don't want to do this. You saw how I charged Brackenridge and all three of his men. I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't scared to die or nothing. How about you?
I'm just fucking tired of you ordering me around, so just leave
I
me
ain't
alone.
ordered you around. I just need
I
to get
just
this
want
boat
to go
going, man.
upstairs and just relax a little bit, get the steam off
And take an
of all
eye
that
ration
bullshit
with me.
that's
God
happening
damn
around
it.
you, and I would just want to have a little bit of a relief of stress, yeah?
Little
Alright.
peace and quiet. And I'm
Aight,
taking a
aight,
goddamn
bud,
eye
aight,
ration
bud.
with me. I'm
Aight,
taking an
bud.
eye ration with me. I'm out of here.
Alright, Puck. Go on upstairs. I'm coming up too. I ain't staying there. I ain't listening to your orders either.
I'm
I go
just gonna
upstairs.
sit right in front of the boat, between those lines there, and
That's
I'm
where I
just
wanted
going
to
to
go,
relax
Puck.
there.
I was
Just
gonna
every
stand
time.
in the front of the boat heroically. As
No,
he charged
I'm
onto the
just
shore.
sitting with my back to that
Okay.
race and just trying to, like, you sit in a relax chair on a cruise ship. I'm just wanna sit there and
All right, so Puck, you
Just
basically
so.
just unwind, and you're exhausted. You're spilling yourself out on one of these the cots that are up on the the main quarters. And Betty's in there with her son Sam. They're sitting in on one of the benches also, and Betty is your son is kind of. He's just so excited. He's just so tired, and He says, "Mom, I just am going to sleep, and I'm not feeling too good." And as this happens, you notice that he's got on a long sleeve shirt, you know, and as he kind of stretches out a little bit, the sleeve kind of folds back on his arm a little bit, and you can see that he has a bite mark on his arm.
Oh shit.
So I grab him by the face and I say, "What the hell happened?"
What? What? Huh? What? What, Mom? What?
I'm a mother. I have eyes everywhere. What's that?
Oh, yeah. I got attacked by one of those things back in the auditorium when everything was going crazy. When I pushed one of those away from us, it bit me, Mom. I figured I'd be okay. I figured
No.
I'd be okay.
You figured you'd be okay. You have grown up with how many zombie movies in our house?
I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, because you know that infection will kill you, and then once you're dead, you're not dead.
I'm not gonna die, am I?
Yeah, eventually we all are, dear.
And then he just kind of passes back out. He's still got a pulse. I mean, you check his pulse. He's still got a sturdy pulse.
Oh shit.
Yeah, me and Puck don't. We're outside. We don't notice this, right?
No, Puck does though.
Oh, he went inside. That's where
Yeah,
he was
Puck.
running.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Dee Dee, you're up on
I'm
up
at
on
the
the
prow
bridge
of the
with.
ship, you know,
Yeah,
with
you're
my
on the-
hands on my sides, staring off towards wherever our destination is leading us.
Are you on the
Sure,
bridge
off.
or are you on the top of the ship?
I'm at
sort of-
the prow, whatever, the front of the ship.
The bow. Okay,
The bow.
yeah.
Okay, I got you.
All right, yeah. You're man. Cletus has got the pedal to the metal, man. It's just slicing right through those waves, and you're kind of coming up a little bit, but it's a pretty cool ride. Nice and breezy, getting a little bit of splash from the waves.
The sweat's drying.
Yeah,
off
and you're
on me,
you're
man.
able to kind
I'm
of
cooling
just
down
like
a little bit.
yeah, you are. You're cooling down a little bit. All right, so Cletus, you got the ship pointed towards the United States.
From where I am next to Sam over to where Puck is. If he's lying down, like move his legs so I can sit down there and just stare at Sam.
So you're kind of like letting him you're letting him be over on the other side by himself, and so you go to the other side of the vessel and you're kind of looking at him. All right, that's cool. Another wrench.
What
thrown
are you
into it.
thinking?
Yeah, really.
I'm talking
Mother's
saying
like,
to Patty, what are you thinking is going to happen with them?
we all know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but can we still, like, hide it, or is that too late?
It's possible, but I have nothing to cut off his arm with. I have nothing. I can't do anything for him. But wait,
Isn't there any knife or something on this fucking boat?
I don't know. I've been here.
All right, so what are you guys going to be doing for about the rest of the day?
Yeah, eventually I'll come back into the main
driving.
area and sit
Right.
down. I guess I'll get next to Cletus.
All right.
What's the status, Captain?
Yeah, we're making good course. I think we ought to kill the engines and drop anchor for the night.
Kill the engines. Well, the gas is still
Oh,
leaking, ain't it, Cletus?
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to have enough rope to drop anchor out here. I don't know, but I mean, you can
If you show
still
me how to work this, Cletus, I'm sure
stay
I can
the
keep us on
course.
the same
Well,
course. Yeah,
we
if you
can
need
keep
to sleep.
it as long as we stay this course. You just hold the wheel right here. We can set the course straight and just keep going straight. Basically, that's what we're going to do.
All
Have
right,
the wheel locked right here, and we
get
just
some
keep
shut eye,
going.
Cletus. I'll maintain it for a while. until I feel like I can't handle it no
All
more.
right. I'm gonna sleep on the bridge, so I'm gonna get me some grub. I'm gonna go down and get me some grub.
Yeah, there's lots of
Come back
rations
up.
down there. Me and Puck found all kinds of rations, man. There's enough
Yeah.
to last us about 10 days, we figure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Cletus, you get down there. Give me a knowledge. Don't you have like knowledge military or some shit like that?
I don't think that's an actual thing, but
Give me yeah, well, yeah, it can be. You can
Oh, okay.
any kind of knowledge check that you want to do. Yeah, you can make in this game. Yeah. So what any kind of knowledge stuff you have, or do you have
No, I
survival?
no. I have
You
taunt,
basically just
stealth,
spend everything
driving,
on
shooting, and
attack.
fighting.
Jesus, just give me an unskilled knowledge check with a -2. Yeah, you still look
Whoa.
at this. You know that all of these rations can actually be, if needed, they can be rationed for, about double. So you can
Okay.
get at least a couple weeks
2
out of this
meals.
stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
because there's basically an IRAT for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that's
Okay.
so there's a lot of rations, a lot of water, a lot of bottled water. 50, the 5-gallon, Deer
Okay.
Park jugs. So there's plenty of supplies. There's like first aid stuff in here and all kinds of stuff. So, all right. So you guys kind of, you guys gonna kind of meet up, or what are you guys doing?
I'm not leaving them.
Because Cletus, when you get back up to the bridge, the electronics is like beeping, and Dee Dee's like, "What in the hell is this thing
Yeah, what's
beeping
going on
for?"
here, Cletus? I don't
Okay, I'm
understand.
gonna look at it and see if I know what's going on.
So yeah, Cletus, you're able to determine that a huge storm is coming directly your way. Not that it's getting any better, but it looks like a very massive, probably like a hurricane type of storm is barreling your way.
These beeps
Okay.
and buzzes, what they mean, Cletus? What's going on here?
Oh, this isn't good.
Oh, God, I
This
don't like the
isn't
look
good.
on your face, Cletus.
We need to get everybody, all hands on deck, and batten down the hatches.
All right. I don't know what that means,
Anything-
but
anything
I'll
on-
play
anything
by
on
whatever
deck.
you say,
It
Cletus.
goes from bad to
Anything that's on top
worse.
of the deck that is not secured to the deck needs to be brought below deck.
What are you trying? What's happening, Cletus?
There is a hurricane that is approaching us.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Will these torments never end? We're probably going to get on land and it's going to be swarming with these zombies. All right. Do you want me to do that? You want to get the wheel for now? I'll run on deck and handle it.
No, I'll watch this storm. Go down, get Puck, get Betty, get the
All
boy,
right.
get everybody you can get, and take them out and get everything off deck and below deck.
All right.
Cletus,
Yeah, I'm
this is updated to the year 2015. So all of the instrumentation, it does have it to where it is sophisticated enough to where it basically has an autopilot. It will stay the course
Okay.
towards
okay.
your point.
Okay,
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna
it
set that
will
and-
control the speed, control everything.
I don't
for
know nothing. I
X
see
amount of
Cletus.
time,
I
yeah.
see Cletus set the autopilot,
So, Dave,
not knowing anything about
if
this.
I look-
Cletus, is this boat just going to go anywhere now? What's going on, man?
It's called an autopilot.
Okay.
Dave, if I look at the storm, does it look like that if I cut the boat north or cut the boat south, if I look at the course of the storm, does it look like I can go around the storm?
It is massive. It is basically all, and you can turn it around. It's still clear from the
How
way
many-
you
how many
came,
knots?
going
How
back
many knots
towards
is it coming at me
Africa.
at?
It's coming at you rather quickly.
We got very little gas as it is. I assume we've already made a day or so towards
Yeah.
Florida.
We're gonna
It-
have to try to go to it.
It's yeah. You've made about another half a day's travel, because now as the sun's starting to go down, it is just literally pitch black towards the west, Cletus. So you guys are going west, and it is just pitch black, and you can see off into the distance. You can see the lightning strikes and whatnot off into, way off into the horizon, the 25-mile horizon.
I'm going. Is there a radar still on the boat?
A radar, there's GPS. Yeah, there's GPS.
Yeah, but no radar, so we can be alerted of other vessels in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but you don't see anything on the GPS. You don't see anything, or the radar. You don't see anything.
Yeah, I relayed
Exactly, Lynx.
Captain Cletus's
Great.
orders to Betty and everybody.
That's
and Puck
yeah,
and,
that's what I had in
and,
mind, Lynx.
this son. I can never remember your name, boy, but we need you to.
His name is Sam.
Oh, yeah, Sam. I knew that. I'm just messing with him, trying to get a rise out of him. But yes.
Dee,
Go ahead.
really, either find me a knife or we're not moving anywhere
A
because
knife? What you need a knife for, Betty?
Sam was bit,
What?
and I'm not leaving
What was he bit at?
his arm.
I go and start pulling up his shirt sleeves and mess. Where it at? Where it at? Let me
It's
see
on
what-
his it's on his forearm
Huh.
above his
Puck, I look at
wrist.
Puck knowingly.
I said it also,
You did, Puck.
a knife, and try to cut it.
We need a knife, or maybe we could some sort of wire. We could saw through it with a wire or something. I seen some white boys cut down a tree with a Rambo knife one time. They had one of them wires in it, so I think that may be possible. The boy ain't gonna like it, but we got to do something. I'm gonna look for a wire today, or a knife. I'm gonna look for something.
There's
boy's arm off.
there is no Rambo knife. There's no Rambo knife on board.
I mean, you know, the Rambo knives had those little wires
I
with the
know.
rings on the end.
Yeah, with the little pack of hooks and stuff for the fishing and stuff. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, the 2 K rings, Cletus. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
it,
always
yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah, and it would get hot, and then
Yeah.
I used to do it. We used to when we go camping, that was like a one-use item, because the
Yeah.
first time you went to use it again, it would like break. But
Hook into.
yeah, you could take that thing, get it warm, and then come up behind someone and touch them on the back of the leg with it. Oh! And then they'd scream.
Yeah, I'm looking for something though. Anyway,
Yeah, you find in the basically there's a little mess area where there's like a refrigerator and whatnot. You can find several knives in a drawer there. So yeah,
come back with a selection of knives.
and
look
plus
at
there's quite an array of first aid equipment. I mean, there's actually quite a
Right.
bit. There's some pretty nice trauma equipment there too. So
you can bandage him up afterwards.
yeah.
He ain't got my FUBU shirt on, so we can't use that as a bandage anymore, huh? But I still got my shorts and drawers on it. If it comes to it.
Yeah, there's FUBU. Yeah, FUBU shirt's gone, but there's
And,
other there's duffel bags in from the other the paramilitary guys. So there's more clothes that you can get. Now what now, Putt?
I'm going to see through that medical equipment and put the oxycontins and so away from Didi.
I still got my bottle on me. I may not. Though.
You do.
Okay, I still got my bottle.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't.
but
Buck wants his own hoard, I see.
no, I'm taking most of it away from you and maybe take a few for me personally.
This boy here gonna need something. I think the pain he's about to feel is part of growing up, though. This is a life lesson. He needs to endure this pain. All right, I walk up to Betty with this selection of knives, and I say, "Mama, I don't know. Nobody wants to do this to their child, but I'm gonna give you the opportunity to pick which weapon you want to use."
All right.
One of them may be a serrated steak knife or something.
All right, so and he's out of it still. You guys kind of take his shirt off, and you can see that the infection from the bite has actually spread all the way up his arm, and like these streaks, sort of like darkened veins,
veins.
and yeah,
Mhm.
exactly, all the way up into his shoulder and into his chest area. So it looks like the infection has totally spread.
I'm gonna straddle him and hold him down, and extend his arm out so Betty can get to it. Can we cut it off at the elbow? Has it gone past the elbow, Dave?
Oh yeah,
Or-
the
Yeah, it's
infection,
in his chest.
the infection has spread all the way up his arm, through his shoulder, and then
Oh.
spider webbed out on his chest.
Oh, okay. I don't even.
So
get on top of it.
the
all right.
infection has spread big time.
I look at Puck and shake my head. I look at Betty, knowingly, a look full of deep meaning.
I'm looking down and just shake my head and oh my god.
You both go help Cletus.
I put the knife in your hand and squeeze your hand tightly. Be brave. I walk upstairs.
Oh my gosh, this is like emotional.
I'm also going upstairs.
Oh boy.
I'm getting a little broken up about this, Dave.
Don't know what to say.
I'm gonna silently walk back to the front of the ship. I'm gonna busy myself with the captain's orders, trying to take my mind off of the insanity that's going on downstairs.
I'm just going to DD and say to him, yeah, sorry about earlier, but
That's
I
no
was
problem,
just...
Puck. I was out of line, Puck. But
I
we all under a lot of
was
pressure.
too fucked up from everything that happened on the ship, and
Puck, I grab your good arm. Puck, I look you in the face. Look, we seriously might be the last people left on this earth. We've got to stick together. We've got to look out for each other.
yeah, but I don't like to be ordered around.
I know. I'm sorry, Puck. I'm sorry. I got a little out of hand. I saw the gas pouring out the boat. I was just ready to get this thing fired up. You got to understand how frantic I was seeing these two ships fall
Yeah,
down.
I know, but I was just...
I know you were under a lot of pressure, but we all under a lot of pressure. But I'm gonna try and whatever Captain Cletus told me to batten the hatches, and I take that to mean that we need to secure everything on this boat because from the sound of it, we headed into a major storm, and I guess we can both see out in the distance there's lightnings and stuff, Dave.
Yeah, but I'm wondering what I can do on the boat with my arm.
Yeah.
To
Do I
secure
see
something.
anything unsecured that needs to be secured?
You guys get everything secured. You know,
Yeah, and then
several
I head back inside.
anchors and the barrels. You basically you're able to get everything secured pretty much. Bungees, whatever rope. I mean, there's tons of rope. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet of rope on this boat. So you're able to get everything tied down and everything.
Cletus, where you at? Are you sitting at the command
Stable.
console? Look at him. We're moving around with Cletus. Cletus, you hearing me? Copy.
Yeah, I'm still at the command quarters.
Yeah, I go and sit down beside you and heave a heavy sigh. Cletus, did you know about the boy?
No, what?
The boy been bit.
Are you serious? You're shitting me.
I'm not shitting you, Cletus.
Oh boy.
Serious. And it's even past his arm.
Yeah, the infection has spread all to his chest area. There ain't no way to save him. I left Betty down there. I don't know if she's got the will to do it. I'm gonna give her a little bit of time, and then I feel one of us is gonna have to go down there and settle this business. But I just don't know, Cletus.
All right, Betty. So everybody has left a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, so with gun in one hand, the other I take Sam's hand, kiss him on the forehead, and then tell him a bedtime story until
A zombie bedtime story.
Yes. And no, actually, it's about the boogeyman.
Mm.
And then the minute that there is no more pulse, put the trigger to his head.
Oh my God, I guess we hear the report upstairs.
You guys hear a shot go off, and you hear some glass break.
I put my hand over my eyes as I'm beginning to get a little bit too emotional here.
No, so you hear some glass shatter as the round miraculously flies out the window instead of the bottom of the boat. Betty kind of tilted the gun upwards, and basically your son is dead.
Yep, I'm still there, holding his hand.
All right. No, he didn't feel a thing. No, he died and didn't feel a thing. Pathfinder, what are you doing?
What's going on over there?
What the fuck is going on?
I have no idea.
Running the somber moment.
What?
This is more scary than the zombies.
Yeah.
Yep. We're rolling again.
What in the hell?
Puck. Should we give her a little bit of time before we go throw that body overboard?
Yeah, just leave her alone for a moment.
I think you're right. No parent wants to have to do such a thing. Maybe it was too much to put upon our shoulders, but I don't think she wanted a stranger to do such things.
Yeah. She know what was going to happen eventually, and
She's known the whole time about this stuff, Puck. She's probably the one that saved your life.
yeah. I can live
If only the boy had said something. We
Yeah.
could have done something about this earlier.
Yeah. Amen to that.
All right. So I guess you guys get back down to Betty eventually, and
Yeah.
Cletus is kind of checking everything over, making sure the coordinates are set. As it is now dark, and you can tell that the waves are getting a little bit more fierce. It is now starting to rain, starting to lightning. The wind is starting to howl, and you're now within the next couple of hours in a full-blown hurricane. The ship is
Oh
going
my.
Oh,
up,
she's crying
Down.
so hard she's shaking, but that's it.
up. Everybody's sick as hell. Eventually, this goes on. This hurricane lasts for basically 3 solid days.
My God.
You guys have to several times bilge a lot of water out of this boat. A lot, basically, after the fuel runs out.
Sorry about that, guys.
No problem. Yeah, basically the fuels ran out after you guys had tried to do what you could, emptying the other canisters into the fuel bin. Basically as the hurricane dies down several days later, you guys are out of fuel, and you're still, another couple hundred miles off of the coast of Florida. So now you have.
Assuming the boys got rid of the body.
Yeah, we had planned on throwing it overboard, me and Puck.
Burial at sea.
Obama
Yeah.
style. I mean,
Yeah.
well, Bin Laden style.
No,
I'm sorry.
Oh
The
my
bear-
God.
We're Scandinavian, so you want to throw the body over there, maybe
Yeah.
set it on fire.
Yeah, you get the body thrown over, and so a couple days have gone by. There's 3 days. You guys were in a massive hurricane, a huge hurricane. Now, you guys are still 200 miles off of the coast of Florida, and that is where we are going to end this game. This is pretty much the finale. So
Oh my God.
we will pick this game up. I want to pick this game up. I love playing this game.
I want to
This
get
has
on the
been-
mainland.
This has
Dave.
been super fun, and yes. So you guys are off of the Pinnacle. Your vacation went horribly wrong, especially
Tell me
for
about it.
for Betty
I should've went to
loses her
rehab.
son.
Damn
Yeah.
right.
Puck loses an arm.
I lose
mean-
my only child.
Yeah.
By the way, I did absolutely everything possible to console Betty in that
Okay.
Vera-
situation.
Vera's gone. You guys don't have Vera with you.
We don't know what happened to Vera.
You have no clue what happened to Vera. And
Wait a minute. Can we RP that real quick?
sure, yeah, I'd love for you guys
Okay. So, I was sitting there with him. I said, guys, I've got something on my chest that I need to tell y'all.
What is it, Cletus?
And well, basically, when Kirkman locked the door to the auditorium, he basically killed everybody in that auditorium,
I know.
including Vera. But
I know.
there was something that happened before Vera died that I wanted to tell you all so that you remember that she helped basically to save all of us. She gave her life to basically help save all of us. The crazy lady,
Miss
that
Hartman
was,
or whatever.
yeah, Hartman, that was the cult leader. As I was running out of the room, there were two guys that were approaching Vera from behind. And I turned and I fired and I killed them both. One shot killed both of the guys. And on the third shot that I made going out of the room, I shot Hartman and I killed her straight through the head. Shot her square between her eye socket and her eardrum, through and through, and killed her. And I turned hoping that Vera would run out of the room behind me, but instead Vera slumped to the ground in disgust and screamed. That's when I ran out of the room. I was expecting her to come from behind. Everything happened so quick. Kirkman locked the door behind us all, and everything happened so quick. I ran out and I followed him down to the security room for the security detail, and I never had a chance to tell you all what happened to Vera. But Vera,
I go up to Cletus and start pounding him on the chest. Not like a full attack or anything, but I'm like, why, Cletus? Why didn't you just grab that bitch and bring her with you? We spent so much time with Vera. She was so much help to us, Cletus. Why?
If I had been a little bit closer, I might have tried, Dee Dee. But I couldn't. I tried to help her escape by shooting the people that I shot, and
He did.
she remained. She fell down to her knees and remained.
I think
And,
she wanted to get justice for that crazy bitch, and
The last thing I heard was gunfire, and I heard one submachine gun go off as I was coming through the door, and that was the last thing that I heard.
You
maybe
never
she
got to
took
sleep with the black man of her dreams. She'll never get to see her beet farms again, Cletus. Such a wasted life. Just for
Maybe she
vengeance.
took her
That's a
own
lesson
life.
for us all in that.
No, I did
maybe she
everything.
took her own life.
I did everything within my power to give her a chance to escape.
All right, I'm sorry, Cletus. I didn't mean to impugn you at all. Yeah, I'm sure you did.
And if
She
you
was
want
a
to get
stubborn
technical,
woman. She was a stubborn woman.
if you want to get technical, Kirkman killed her by locking the door.
Well, Kurtman got his just desserts in the end, though, didn't he, Cletus? Looks
I
like
just
we're
wanna
gonna
make sure
starve
that
to
y'all
death out
know
here in
that
the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So
she made that
nobody made it
sacrifice.
off of that boat alive, technically.
She made that sacrifice so that we could get away, and I say that we need to raise a glass to her honor.
I'd raise a glass of my Dasani or whatever, Deer Park or whatever it was. But
Me too.
There's some
my
liquor
plastic
on
club
board
to
too.
Cletus.
Yeah. There's some liquor on board.
I tip a
Absolutely.
little bit out. I tip a little bit out for
Right.
Vera. You know, like tip my 40.
All right.
We should all be so lucky to go the way that we want to go.
Ooh.
Right. I tip a little bit out for Sam to. Yeah, we've all lost a lot on this vacation trip.
Yeah, what a vacation. God damn it.
Yeah. Vera
Alright.
lived and died on her own terms. So
So you guys are
Alright.
still floating for about another 10 to 12 days, and you start to see land in front of you.
Oh snap! Our bellies are like sticking to our spines by now. I'm sure.
No. You were able, it's like I told
Oh
Cletus.
yeah, Cletus. Okay, I got
You were
you.
able to ration that stuff out, so you still have a couple days worth of rations to go.
Awesome.
So you guys see land in front of you.
do I have any clue where we're at there?
You have no freaking clue, man. You have no clue. So that's where we're gonna go ahead and end the game. That was fun, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we will continue this game